What is up, old school RuneScape friends? It's your buddy John McGarrett's here with another video. Today's video, I wanted to kind of do a moneymaker guide for low-level magic, extremely low-level magic guide, free to play, and essentially that's going to be enchanting sapphire amulets. So it's pretty easy to get into. You don't need a lot of money, but it is kind of variable. So let's just talk about it. The first thing you need to do is get 7 magic. 7 magic if you're a brand new fresh account. That's usually what the perspective I try to talk about is. To get 7 magic isn't very hard. The best way I would say to get 7 magic right out the gate, just in the least amount of time possible, is make your way up to the Grand Exchange. Buy all the beads, the black bead, yellow bead, red bead, white bead, and it says here that it'll cost 10,000, but sometimes that's not true. Sometimes there is a flippers. Inflating the prices of these sometimes you have to pay a little bit more. So I would say 15 to 20K just to be safe. So once you get the beads, head on down to the Wizard's Tower, south of Draenor Village, and just go talk to the guy, turn the beads in, and you get an amulet of magic, or an amulet of accuracy, and you get your up to level 8 magic. Then you can go right back, and then we're going to head to the GE, and we're going to pick up sapphire amulets. With the sapphire amulets, we will then get cosmic runes as well. So I'll kind of show you the setup. And what you need is a, staff of water, cosmic runes, and then sapphire amulets. So right here, you just buy them off the GE. Let me show you what you kind of got to look for now. So when we bought them, I bought them on the high end here. You want to buy them on the high end, and then you want to sell an amulet of magic to figure out what it'll be on the low end to determine your margin here. So I bought them right now, and this is what I got them for, and that's what amulet of magics are going for. And then you want to check a cosmic rune, just so you can figure out your cost calculation here. So then I bought them for 620, and I bought the cosmic runes for 85 each, and I got them for 705. And then I bought a amulet of magic, and I sold it for 776. Giving me a profit margin of 71 per unit. Now that we know our profits, we can jump into the method. Before then, let's just look at the, just because this is kind of variable, I just kind of want to full disclosure this to you guys. This item, amulet of magic, you can sell 20,000 a day. So if you somehow manage to make 20,000 of them, potentially you could sell it in one day. But let's look at the daily price. And today, we have a lot of variability. It's gone all the way down to, for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it's gone down to 600, but it's been holding pretty high above 700. And 700 isn't perfect, but like I said, it's been holding here for a while, and based on our trade, 776, I believe it was, 776, I think I'll be able to get that today, but if we look over the week, it kind of has been, it may take a whole week for us to sell volume, but at 20,000 a day, that's 140,000 a week. You'll probably be able to sell whatever. I believe most of the people watching this will be able to make whatever sales they need to generate profit doing this. Now we got the cosmic rune too. That's also part of the cost. And the cosmic rune, it's been holding pretty steady. You can get it for a decent price. Pay the 86, pay the 87, whatever. Pay the 90. Not that big of a deal. It's not going to hurt your profit margins that much. But they have been moving around. If you look at cosmic runes, this isn't always going to be okay. There's going to be seasons where it's probably not the best to pick this up, or it's going to hurt. It'll just dramatically cut down the profit. If you got cosmic runes at this price, 104, you're only going to be making 50 a unit, which is still profit, but I'm just saying, I just wanted to, full disclosure, keep that in mind. And sapphire amulets too. Today, 620. 620 high price, that's a decent price to me. I think that's good. And it sometimes even goes lower. So the sapphire amulet is usually going to be pretty good. Sometimes you don't want to buy it. I don't think I would spend too much more than 620. That's just me. It's just, you'll probably still profit, but it's just, I prefer 620. 620 seems like a really fine price. So essentially how it's going to work is you're going to, with all that being said now, I just want to talk about what we're going to be doing today. And today we're going to be doing 100 casts, and I'm going to be calculating the profit per revolution of 100 casts with selling and then rebuying another whatever amount I'm going to do, just because that setup time with 100 units is it's gonna hit your hourly profit, if that makes sense. Because if you buy 100, then you got to go into the GE, you got to take this time to buy it, figure out the prices and stuff like that, and then put it back in your bank, and then boom, bring it out, and then restart the whole process, right? And all that time, that's time you're not casting the spell. and then generating the profit. So then 100 is going to be a little bit less time, just to give you a bottom line. When I see guides on money making, they're assuming like for instance, right here, they're assuming a lot of things. You're on the free-to-play money making, 567K an hour. Oh my gosh. But that's if you have 20 million coins and all of these items. If you have all of these items, if you have all of these items, I was doing another math. Anyway, when you have all of these items, the 20 million and all of this stuff ready to go, you're able to cast it about this many times per hour. But if you're spending time buying 40 rune pickaxes, 70 rune plate skirts, 70 rune chain bodies, 70 rune full helms, 70 rune plate legs, 70 rune kite shield, 70, et cetera, that is going to cut into this, and this may drop it by like 800 or 400 casts, because that's going to take a lot of time for you to buy all those items just initially from the Grand Exchange. Right, so I mean, like, you know what I mean? So we already bring it down to 800 casts because you have to spend all that time buying the items. Now you're only going to be able to do your effective profit of 382,000. Then you got to go, back in there and buy it every hour. So then, this will gradually go up with time, but it's just, to me, this is just personal. Maybe I'm nitpicking a little bit, but this just seems like I like doing it from the bottom so that you get a real, time per hour so that you can kind of see what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, it says 500K, but you're actually getting 382, and that's a major difference. Like, also here, like, the best example actually I could find is the reason why I'm thinking about this is where is it? Making pie shells. It says 272, but you can only do 500, so you can actually only make 55K an hour. But like, if you refresh it, this is how many you could possibly do in an hour. So if you had 2,450 pie shells, you'd be able to generate roughly 271K an hour, and that's if you can get the prices that the Grand Exchange is calculating. That's all I'm being said here. That's what I'm saying. So with that being said, let's hop into the method. I'm only going to do a set. This is a setup for 100 casts, and then so what you actually need for this setup is about 82,000 per account, roughly. So you got 100 cosmics. Plus, I had to pay 3,000 for the water staffs, plus the 62,000 for the account. So per account, you'll need this times that. So you'll need about 300K up front to start this method. Okay, so 300K up front plus level 7 magic, which is still pretty easy. You know what I mean? I mean, if you follow any of my other guides or anything, or any of the low level money making guides, or you just have a nice friend who's just going to front you the cash for that, you'll be able to do this. And then we're just going to record how long it takes me to do 100, and then to sell and then refill 100 before we finish the revolution to do our math. So with that being said, let's just jump right into it. Essentially how this is going to work is you go in, you'll pull it out, you'll start enchanting. We'll go through 4, and then I'll go back to the first account and have speed cast through, because it'll cast enchant every 3 ticks, I believe, automatically, but you can speed cast through the first one and then use that to just so you'll have 3 passively casting at the same time, and then 1 that you're actively casting on. Or maybe you can go in between 2 accounts. So let's just rock. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, screwed up. Time. Okay, so it took us 735 to do 400. And to get them reset. You could just obviously buy more to just keep it going, but maybe doing this in batch, whatever, that doesn't matter. Doing it in batches 100 might work better for you, but anyway. So we did 735, we did 400 from start to finish, including setup. I guess I should have included the first buy time, but not a big deal, probably. I included the second buy time, so maybe a little bit less than this. All right, so we got the paint up. Love the paint. Here we go. So we did 735, 35, so 7 times 60 is 420 seconds, plus 35 seconds. 455 seconds, and 60 seconds in a minute. There's 60 minutes in an hour, so that's 3,600 seconds per hour. If we divide that by 455, we get a number that I don't know. It's gonna be really long. Boom. So that's how many revolutions per hour. That's how many times we could get that per hour. So that if we take that times 400, that is 3,164, 65 casts. We'll just do 3,165 per hour. That's ugly. I gotta get rid of that. I'm sorry. Dead content. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Casts per hour. Okay. So this is important. That's the important one to know. We can get 3,165 casts per hour, and it's going to be variable based on the amount we can get everything for. Now, based on my previous math, I'm pretty sure it was 71, so we can take that times 71. 3165, we'll just do 3165 times 71. And that turns into 224,715 GP per hour. Voila. A little bit less because, like I said, the first startup is going to take some time and then whatever. But if you were to invest more money, this would go up in terms of units. This would go up if you had more money up front. You know what I mean? If you spent more time casting than you did buying. But as you can see here, we're going to have to buy roughly 8 times an hour to get this. And if we hold on, maybe I can figure that out. Okay, so I looked back at the video and we got done at 300. It took us 348 seconds to finish, but it took us 107 seconds to reset, buy everything, and then reset the 100 casts again, okay? So, if that's the case, let's take the other number, 348. That's how long it took us to get 100, but if we just had another 100 to keep casting, then hypothetically we could cast a little bit more. You know what I mean? Does that make hopefully that makes sense? So that essentially what it means is that I could divide it by 348 instead of 455 to get an estimate. So we would get an extra 2 revolutions. But yeah, if you plug 10 point blah 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 in there into our units per hour or whatever, right? No, sorry, into 400. Sorry, so we take this times 400. Then we get a new units per hour, and it's going to be closer to 4138 per hour. See that? That's just from setup time. It's over 1,000 casts, or almost 1,000 casts. But if we take that times 71, now all of a sudden we're making 293,800 GP an hour. Again, let's focus less on the GP per hour, but the units we can get. That's what's important, because if you can cast this many units per hour, we know how much work can get done for the method at least, but it's not always going to be worth our time, because let's say here, so if we go 4138, but we were only profiting 20. Yeah, it's 82K an hour. You know what I mean? Sorry, my handwriting's really bad. But hopefully this makes sense, you know what I mean? I just try to teach you how to, figure out if it's worth your time or not too, show the work so that you can go, okay, today this is a really good moneymaker, but tomorrow it's not going to be one. Okay, another good one, I guess, is to, so we got 400 casts, 41, let's say, what's always going to be true, though, is XP. So we have, that's what this is up here, 17.5. That's how much we're getting per cast, and that each account is going to be getting. So if you had a bunch of accounts and you were working towards High Elk, which this would be a potentially profitable way to work your way up there. We divide that by 4. We get about 791.25 to 4138 divided by 4. So that's 1034.5. Somebody else could remake this and make a better video probably, but I'm just trying to get this done to try to help educate, because I'm focused on daily content. But yeah, anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. Anyway, so this is how many casts we get per hour per account. So if we take that times 17.5, that means it's 18k XP per hour on the high end, but 791 times 17.5. So it'd be 13, so 14, we'll just say 14k to 18k XP an hour. That potentially could profit. So that's pretty cool, you know what I mean? Splashing, I think, is the same, though splashing is 100% AF, or almost 100% AFK. You have to click 4 times an hour to maintain it. But yeah, there's my little moneymaker guide. It's sapphire necklaces. I just wanted to make a video specifically for this. I know I've mentioned it in other videos, but I wanted to make a video specifically for this so you don't have to go hunting for it. So for new players, here's potentially a good moneymaker for you. Please like, comment, or, if you don't like it, don't like it. Comment. Mainly, I'm looking for feedback, what you want to see, what questions you might have as a new player or something like that. I'm trying to make content for brand new free-to-play players and just different ideas for them specifically, because I know there's not a love for the brand new free-to-play players or free-to-play players in general. And just want to showcase the power of multi-scaping and how it can really scale you up, because if you take the 289,000 divided by 4, each account's only making 70k an hour. But this is an easy way for you to multi-scape, because the ticks are so few or there's so much idle time for you to take advantage of doing a method like this, and it's not hard. You can AFK have 8 accounts doing this, and it would be very low effort. But anyway, yeah. So that being said, subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. Whatever, do whatever you got to do. I mean, I would love subscriptions, but I'm not like asking for that. If you don't want to, don't do it. But I would really appreciate feedback. Call me out, whatever. I hope, please be respectful. I mean, I don't like hate and stuff like that. Nobody likes hate like that. But I do need criticism. I do need feedback. I do need ideas. I need help. So thank you. With that being said, have a great day. I'll catch you in the next video.